Okay, so in this call, I'll explain you the process about publishing a new event on the website. So if you go to the website, first thing first, you'll see that events menu is disabled or hidden. And even if you try by going directly to this link, this will this should redirect you to the uh, master classes page in here. I believe we left this open while doing something earlier. But whenever there is no upcoming event happening, they should redirect you to this masterclass menu. I mean, this code is already in place. All right. So in order to create new event on the website, first of all we need two images which are of this size. Let me share this side. First one is this one, and the second one is this. So these two images can be done with the help of Amar or Tanu, and all the information which is required to put in this size of image is it a webinar or is it a master class. So in this case nobody mentioned us, so we are assuming that this is a webinar, although they should have mentioned in here, but I think Amar missed this part. And other than that, uh, this is the event title, this is in conversation with, and this is the speaker. And actually this is a event whose title is, it's, I mean, usually titles are not like this, but this event has it's just in conversation with Manish Mehta, HR, head HR. All right. Once these two images are ready, the first process is to upload these images again to the AWS so that we can have a CDN link. And as soon as the CDN link is ready, we are good to publish this event in the database. As you know, we don't have any interface in the admin panel from where we can create new event. To do that, first process is just go to the uh, S3 bucket, go into images, go inside images, and then go to event. uh, you can directly visit the event link like this, events. I believe this is events. Yeah. So once you reach inside events folder inside assets, it's just uploading our files, nothing complex. So just drag and drop these two files, make these files publicly accessible, and no need to mention anything in the meta. That is fine, completely okay. Once these images are uploaded, you should be able to see the images like this. I have already prepared this. This is the data which we need to put in the database in order to create new event. So you can verify it like this. So this is small image, and this is big image. All right, so we are good to go. Next process is, let's switch to Opti branch. Yeah, we are in there, and let's add this new event into the database. To add this event, just copy any existing database, but now we have introduced club type events. So keep note of that also, because this is not a club type event, so this will go false as in here. So this is the process. And also, I mean, this event is going to be an online event. There's another step involved which requires you creation of this new event at some other platform. We use BigMarker, where this presenter comes in and present to the audience, where audience can join from remote location. So after uploading those images and preparing everything, next step is to log into this webinar. I'll share the credentials. All right, we can go to create webinar. This is going to be a live webinar. Just give it a title. Title is going to be the same uh, what we mentioned in here, like this. And title and description will be provided by Ria. And other than this, we don't need much data in here. It's just timing and date. So this is going to be happening on 11th of December, 5 p.m. This is for 1 hour. This is called, and there are two types, interactive and webcast. So let's keep it interactive type. This is a real-time event because we want All right, we want this to be a real-time kind of event where people can ask the questions. People can always ask questions in this type of event also, but just in case we might want to share mic and webcam with the co-host from the campus. So once we create this webinar, you'll see. Let's select any template from in here. Mm, let's go with this one. And once the template is selected, next step. So yeah, we click on save button, and the event is ready. The only important piece of information which we should copy from in here is this webinar ID. This I will explain you in next step what's it's used for. So we should grab that and put this in webinar ID in here. And this is it. This is going into our database now. This will be the title. The date is here, time is here, event type is going to be online. Slug is important. We can change this always. And yeah, we are good to go now. Now let's add this to our database. And okay, all right, let's add this event to the database. And okay, so once this event is good, the next step which we need to change is uh, it's in the API part. Why so? Because whenever any event registration happens on the website, we would want that user to be registered in this platform automatically. All right, and let me show you what happens in the backend. So first, let's open this page and not save it. And we need to also adjust the menu because we have this events menu hidden like this. We need to enable this. Once this is done, I believe we are good to go. Let's check this one time. Just need to quickly go through the menu. I mean, on each of the page. So the events are visible now, and we also need to modify this API which is sending a response in here. We don't want club type events yet in here. We just need a okay. So let's modify the API first. Should be events API, I think. All right, let's quickly modify the API part also. So okay. Mm, First of all, we need to, you know, handle these club types events which are coming in here. We don't want them to be on that page. All events. Now comes the part where we register for event. So you see this method, register for event, and if you go to this event, you will see I mean this part in the code where we register user for the event registration. What it does is, whenever user click on this register button on any event, so first of all we want to capture their email ID and I mean basically the lead. So what happens is when user click on this and fill this form, so this data I mean reaches in here. This part in the code, this pushes this lead to the NPF, our lead management system. All right, and once the lead is pushed in there, we got the lead. Then after we have this check in place. If this part, I mean if this event is of like a online event which could be happening on BigMarker, then in that case what we need to do is we need to slightly modify this part, if because we already know the event ID. Now if we go in here, we know that this is the event ID. So this is, I mean, mostly it's hard coded in here. If this event ID is like this, then let's remove this part from in here. And this is, I mean, this is already configured. And this, we don't need to do anything in here again. I mean, and this is the big marker ID which we copied from the big marker platform. So let's copy this big marker ID and push this in here. If this is the ID, so just add it in here because most of the time what happens is we have a registration open for just one event, and I added this if else ladder. Back then we had multiple events happening online, so for them I modified this. So we can comment out this part, but let's keep it there, not an issue. So yeah, this will push this registration to the big marker. So rest is good. And there could be a cases where this event is not happening online, like this is happening on campus, and in that case this part of code runs. I mean this is, we trigger manually from our end these emails. This also pushes the lead to npf and sends this calendar invite and all. So most of the events are not like this. Due to this pandemic, most of the events are happening online, so most of the time you will be playing in this part. So this is modified. Let's quickly push this code to to the production. And I believe auto deploy is not configured on API. Let me check. Yeah, auto deploy is not there for the API, but for that we can do that quickly. So this is production's API server. This is happening. Just double check if everything is working. Yeah, this is working. And now on this page, events page, we shouldn't see a lot of events. Yeah. So since we modified that API which is sending data in here, so now if I go to this page and register in here, you will see. Let me show you. I will register myself, and if I click on here, let me. So let's see. Yeah, registration is done. And now if you go to this big marker platform, and if you see, I mean, if you refresh this page, you should see a number of registrations. This should change. You see registrants, one registration has already been happened. All right. So in this case, I mean, if the event is happening online, we don't need to send a user the confirmation email. This gets triggered automatically. I can show you that since this is already configured on the BigMarker platform. If I go to in here, I should have received this email by now. So yeah, this says admissions team. You are registered in conversion. This is the event email. This is coming from the BigMarker platform. So this is configured in such a way that it will send a reminder email to the event participant one day before the event, and we can further tweak these emails and reminder emails. So once this is ready, it's now it's up to us if you want to test this on production. But since we know this is not much work which we have done in here, so again it's a good idea. Let's push this to staging first. Once this is pushed to staging, and if you iterate, all right. I'm in the master branch again, merging the lot of changes in the menus, nothing much. And let's push this to master as well. So this should be, yeah, it's already there at the staging. Let's see, events. Yeah, it's already there. Fine, we are good to go. Now next, I mean, this is pretty much the process, and you can just quickly verify the event registrations in the database also. Although this is of no use for us, I mean, uh, we are storing this, but we are already pushing these leads to no paper forms. That is our LMS. But still, if I use just to verify, and just in case if you want to handle this data later and want to do some marketing over the participants, yeah, there is one registration. So this is like a unique big marker link for the participant. They can directly log into the webinar happening online using this link. So we don't need to convey this. This has been already conveyed in the email which is sent to them. So yeah, this is the process. This is the entire process. Let's see if the pipeline is finished. Yeah, it is. And if we go to production side, events menu is enabled. And if you see, I mean, earlier we had this events coming up in here, but that required a lot of back and forth. I mean, it's just commenting out of the code. So we have disabled that part temporarily. It's just now on the events page. This is it. Yeah. To quickly check this, let's see. All right, registration done. You must have received an email by now. Okay, so this is the thing. And just in case you need to make some changes in here, a quick tip: we have our own URL shortener hosted in here. So let's say in future, I mean, your marketing campaign is running, but for some reason you want to change this URL, this event slug. That will be, a really, backlog kind of thing, where you don't know you already have marketing running and already have this link floated everywhere. To save you from, I mean, such kind of cases, I mean, this is the admin panel where you can log in. All you need to do is just copy this URL, paste this here. You can shorten this, give it any name. conversation with. So anything you can give it shorten this. You can give it any. So once this is shortened, you can copy this, and if you click, just float this link in conversation with. So this will automatically redirect you to in here. So doesn't matter if even if you want to change your link, all you need to do is just go to this our own URL shortener, just identify the link which you want to change, and you can change the real link from in here without ever changing. Without ever need to change this real link which you will be sharing with the marketing team. So this is it. This is the entire process of creating an event and pushing it.